Paul or Brett? I guess Brett next, right? With the OMD
So
EM10 Mark
The,
IV.
the Olympus alphabet.
so we're going to go from medium format down to micro four thirds. That's quite the drop down, isn't it?
I don't know, man. Why you got to talk down about Olympus like
Yeah,
that?
you got the size advantage.
Right, exactly. But yeah, man, I've had this camera in for a couple of weeks now, and it's been an interesting little camera. I'm pleased with it, and then in the same token, I'm also torn about it as well. But you guys, I'm sure, have used an EM10 before, right? And this thing is tiny. Like in terms of its length, it is shorter than my iPhone, which is how tiny it is. And I have the 11 Max Pro.
Bring your phone up next to it.
And where I put it, let's try this.
Oh, don't break your phone like I did.
There we go. Look at that. That's
Jeez.
the size difference. Yeah. So in terms of size, this thing is tiny, and the thing is, it feels great in the hand. They've redesigned the grip on this, and that's the problem I had with the EM10 II, which I own, was it was so hard to hold. And on this one, they've designed this little notch in the grip. I don't know if you can see that right there. Kind of cuts in right here. And it is the perfect place for your finger to just fall and get a fantastic grip on this. And it makes using this tiny camera really, really nice.
You know what that reminds me of? That notch? Remember when Hasselblad rebranded the A6000 and added the grip to it? No, but that's
they
what
made it wood.
Yeah, but that's what that notch reminds me of. For all the silliness around surrounding that camera, they made it easier to grip.
Oh yeah, but I tell you what, it makes the biggest difference. I mean, I can't believe how much better this feels in the hand, honestly. And I've got gigantic hands.
Yeah, I see. You got two fingers dangling.
Yeah, two fingers dangling off on the bottom, but it feels just fine. The other finger falls just fine on top of the shutter. It's a brilliant camera just to grab and run around with for sure. I love the styling of this very little retro-looking camera. It looks fantastic. Again, it hasn't changed much from the Mark II even, and that Mark II came out in 2014, I think. So not a whole lot has changed. If you've used one of these before, it almost looks and feels almost identical.
Now, how is it with big lenses?
Not the greatest. Not the greatest.
That pregnant pause there.
Yeah, I've predominantly been using the little pancake lens they send with it, which is the 14 to 42, and it's perfect on this. And if you use this camera with any of the smaller Olympus primes, like the 17 or the 25, it'd be great. I put the 12 to 100 on here, and I did not have an enjoyable experience with it. I mean, you can do it for sure. But I even also put the 100 to 400 on here, and it looked like a lens cap.
So you're telling me that you don't want to mount that with a 400 to 150?
Yeah,
40 to 150.
I wouldn't recommend it. But honestly, with the smaller lenses, this is a fantastic camera just to grab and go run around with. I've had a lot of fun using
it. The tripod collar.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I'm imagining that thing with the 300.
Oh my gosh, that would be nice. Well, like I say, the 100 to 400 I've just been reviewing is about the same size, and this thing looked like the rear lens cap when it was attached to that lens. But
just balance it on the tripod collar. You're good.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
Geez.
But there's actually been quite a few improvements to this. It still is only contrast detect AF, which not the greatest, but they have improved the algorithms. I didn't send Chris the sample images, but I've been able to track my dog running around the yard, and it works so much better than previous versions in this camera. The tracking does. It's excellent. The AF performance in general is very good. I've not really had any issues with it, apart from when you get into really low light situations, which is, to be expected. And really, this has jumped up to the 20 megapixel sensor now. So it's a new sensor to this brand or this line of Olympus cameras. Of course, it's the 5-year-old 20 megapixel sensor that Olympus has been using in all their cameras.
Yeah, I had the same complaint about.
I'm gonna throw up images from here.
Yeah.
Can you guys see those?
Yep.
So, 20 megapixel sensor, the 5-year-old one. Are these JPEGs right out of camera?
These are all JPEGs right out of camera. Yep.
Art filters or?
This is the art filters. This is one of the things I love about Olympus cameras. This is just the monochrome filter. It's excellent. The JPEG, the colors, and even the black and whites just straight out of this camera are phenomenal. It makes using this camera a lot of fun.
Man, you can even see the separation in the blue with the sky and
Yeah.
the water tower. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, the colors are fantastic. They really are. To be able to just, if you just want to grab a camera to go out and run around with and come back and not have to worry about messing with raw files, this is excellent. I love this statue because they put masks on the statues.
Good.
I think that's awesome. That Boomer. Oh man, great.
Oh, wait, and wait, hang on. Can we just say that for people that don't know, Brett lives in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So that's okay, Boomer.
There's a Boomer sooner, baby.
I really like this.
Nice.
Yeah, the way it renders black and
That
white
contrast
is fantastic. Yeah. It's
Yeah, not
excellent.
only that, the framing. Like, look at what
Oh,
it's
yeah.
doing.
And of course, this just made me feel like I was back in England.
Why don't these guys have masks? I don't understand.
That's a good question.
Someone should put
Tupac?
masks on them. All of them.
The Tupac and Biggie, right?
Yeah, it is.
Looks like it. And this is ISO 6400. I was just messing around while I was waiting on a coffee order to come through, and it doesn't look terrible. It's not bad at all. It's really not.
I agree. I'm gonna try to zoom in a bit. Zoom in. Yeah, no, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's retaining a lot of detail.
I'm wondering how the raw files will be though. Like, we're gonna have to see that.
Yep. I mean, I've played around with them. The raw files are great. I don't have any issues with them. They feel almost identical to the ones that come from my EM10 IV.
I don't know about you, but like whenever I get these cameras, I always just want to shoot them in like grainy black and white mode, and that's
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And this is what makes these cameras so much fun. I mean, the art filters on these cameras are brilliant, and it's one of the things that sets Olympus aside, kind of like the Fujifilm film simulations do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I almost don't like editing Olympus files. Not that I can't. It's just like I can pretty much get it where I want it to be in camera.
Right. Absolutely.
Brett, someone on Facebook, Terry Manning, is saying that the smaller variable aperture 40 to 150 isn't bad on all the smaller bodies. You don't have that lens, right?
The kit lens 4150.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all. Yeah, but if you're going to be stepping up to like the pros, I would not recommend using those in this body.
Yeah, but I mean the Pro Primes I think would be okay, like the 17.
The 1
Yeah.
2s.
Yeah, you could definitely use those, and I have those. You could now, and that wouldn't be a problem at all. But this little camera is just calling out to be paired up with their smaller f1.8 primes.
Yeah.
Have you like used it for any like live comp work?
Haven't done live comp yet, and the other feature I haven't tried out yet is the new panoramic feature, which is it's kind of like how you have with cell phones, where you grab your phone and you just pan around. It has that built into this camera as well.
Does it also have that high res mode that we've seen in some of the other ones?
Doesn't have high res.
And honestly, I don't think people are missing much.
Yeah, I don't
on
like
every camera system that's had one of those modes, it's almost completely useless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they put that in the Pen F, and
yeah, the moment a little element in the frame moves, the whole frame just like it becomes useless.
but I will say in the newer EM10 IV that they do negate that. There's new algorithms out to help negate that. But I remember they put the high res mode in the Pen F, and it's just not. These just aren't the right cameras for that mode, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, if it's not a camera that you're going to ever put on a tripod, that mode should not be on the camera.
Exactly. Yeah, this is definitely just a camera you're going to pick up, throw in your jacket pocket or in a bag, off you go, run around with it.
Hey, Brett, show us the back, please.
Yeah. There you go. Here's the back. It hasn't changed at all apart from previous versions. The biggest difference on this one is the flip down selfie screen and vlogging screen, I guess. But this works really well as well. When you flip the screen down, it simplifies the controls on the touch screen, so you can just quickly change your aperture or your shutter speed, and it has the shutter button right in the middle of the screen.
So it doesn't flip
really
to the
well.
side?
Doesn't flip to the side. It's just straight down.
See the problem with those screens? It's the moment you have it on like a grip or like you block half the screen.
Yep, it's blocked immediately. Absolutely.
I don't know if I'd put that thing on a grip though.
No, for what bro was saying, like if you're like vlogging or something.
Oh, you mean like a stabilizer?
Yeah.
Or that, yeah. Because you like something like this. Something like this.
Yeah, I know, but like you could just shoot with it like this. Like, hey guys.
You could put it on a bracket, you know.
Yeah.
That's what some people will end up doing, but then you're making the camera unnecessarily bulky.
How much is, and there's no weather sealing, if I remember correctly.
No weather sealing yet. And the build quality, it's a plastic fantastic. I mean, you pick it up, it feels okay, but you know it's probably not going to survive a sizable drop at all. It's just gonna crack.
I mean, at that size, anything above waist height is a sizable drop.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, no weather sealing. It feels okay. It's going to stand up to just being put in a bag or a couple bumps here and there, but drop's going to end it pretty quick. And the biggest problem for me is the price on this thing. $699 for the body only, $800 with the kit lens. For that price, you can get into the A6100.
Yeah.
And that would be my entry level pocketable camera, really, unless you absolutely need the IBIS, because the IBIS in this is pretty good.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot more camera with a 6100.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, but you're not getting the cool art filters. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're giving up the art filters and you'll be giving up the IBIS, but you'll be getting a much improved autofocus system with phase and contrast detect, plus animal and real-time IAF.
Yeah.
And you're getting live comp.
You're getting live comp with this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
absolutely.
I'm almost curious about live comp. Not necessarily with this particular camera. It's like you talk to a lot of pros, and like we all love live comp. But for what I think the intended audience for this camera is, like, is that something they're actually going to use?
I think so, because what they have done in this one, I will say, is they have simplified live comp. When live comp before, you had to go in, you had to set your aperture, you had to set your shutter speed, and then you take your base shot. Yeah, so on this one, it's simple, one click of the shutter, and it will kick off the whole process for you.
So do you just switch the dial to live comp mode, or
you go in through the menu on the screen, and you select live comp, boom, on the shutter once.
Oh,
and you're done.
okay.
Yeah, so
right, well, in that case, yes. Yeah, in that case.
Yeah, they've made it much more accessible.
Yeah, because that was always one of the things. It's great, but like you kind of have to like brace yourself. Like, okay, I'm gonna do live comp for the evening. Just change everything over to live comp mode. Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. That's always been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So far it seems like you're liking it, but you're not really happy about the price. Really.
I'm really having a lot of fun taking it out and shooting with it. It's just a great camera to grab and go. But $800 with this kit lens. I mean, yeah, it's just that's a tough pill to swallow.
It sounds like it should be priced around $499 for the kit. Anything more than that, it's
a bit much.
Yeah, but you seem more enthusiastic about this than you did about the Nikon Z50. You were just like, it's a nice camera. It takes nice photos.
Very nice.
And now you're like,
yeah, I mean, this is
that was possibly your most lukewarm review of the camera. It's like it's nice.
It's like I said in the review on the Z50. The Z50 was the base model beige sedan, right? I mean, it had nothing special about it. This has at least got IBIS and filters and some pretty cool, features built into it. But
that's rough, man.
Yeah.
That's a box
it's a little bit above the beige sedan. It's like
it's like the next package up. It's got the electric windows.
It's the maroon sedan.
I was gonna say, yeah.
If it was $699 with this kit lens, it would be excellent. The extra $100 is just overkill for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But I mean, give it a couple months, it'll probably drop down in price,
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. It's still a very fun camera to use.
Yeah, come the holidays, I'm sure it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, but so will everything else. That's the thing. I think it's going to be pretty tough.
I mean, depending on ultimate fate of the company. Maybe even cheaper.
Yeah. Reading some
hope not.
comments. The Panasonic 12 to 35 f2.8 is sweet on the EM10. You don't have that, obviously, Brett.
Nope.
Guys, Brett loves Olympus. He's been wanting this as just a grab and go to town. He's a major fanboy. Your wife is selling you out real hard right now.
She is. Hey, I've got nothing against the camera. It's just the price.
Yeah. No one
But
commented and said anything.
But is it cheap enough that she's gonna allow you to buy 3 of them?
I mean,
We'll find
how
out.
big is that screen? It's 3 inches, right?
It's a 3-inch.
Okay, so you need like 30 of them to line your walls.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna see that next. That's a big.
That's a big no from me.
All right. Thanks for your thoughts on this, Brett. Let's
Yeah,
move
sure.
on to the next camera.